Real quick about learning, you guys. I'm Melissa, if we haven't met yet. I am the founder of Curio and the lead teacher of a team of teachers over there who are just fantastic, if I do say so myself. They are highly qualified and specialized in what they do. And I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about what's going on in terms of some of our book clubs that are starting off here tomorrow. But even if you're watching this in the future, the point of all this is to show you just how important cultivating a love of reading is. A lot of times in the middle grades, somewhere in those tween years, right? 8 to 12, kids start kind of getting more of the academics thrown at them. Things like literary analysis, lots of 5-paragraph essays, things like that, right? And these are skills that they need, right? They do need to build these skills. But the important thing is that their love of reading isn't quashed in the process, okay? So part of what we are trying to do with these reading clubs, these book clubs, is to kind of draw in a sense of community, get those writing skills, those literary analysis skills, the reading comprehension, and bring it into a fun, light atmosphere with these weekly meetings, okay? So the important thing, again, as they're moving beyond that learn to read phase at 5, 6, 7 years old, when they get into this older range, they're starting to read to learn. They're reading these books to learn things. And I brought some of my favorites today. These are really old copies, but they are fantastic because these are the types of books that we cover. They are Newbery winners. That's why this is called the Curio Newbery Book Club. And these books are fantastic for teaching. I'm going to pull out a couple. So Bud Not Buddy, again, fantastic to read, but we actually teach history using this in our homeschool. This is a historical fiction book set during the Great Depression. And so it's a fantastic look at the Great Depression through a kid's eyes. So I love doing things like that. Thinking about science fiction, right? And A Wrinkle in Time was written in the 60s, right? But at the same time, we're going to be able to teach so much more beyond just the general characteristics of the science fiction genre. Sharon Creech's The Wanderer, fantastic for family dynamics, trauma, dealing with difficult family issues that come up. So another good one. And then When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit, again, a fantastic one. We're actually doing this one next in our book club, but that is all about World War II from a child's perspective, which is sometimes hard to do, right? Hard to teach World War II to this age group when they might or might not be ready to take on the horrors, right? This book does a good job of showing the way that World War II displaced families and really upended lots of lives. And all the horrors that go along with it, right? And so this is a fantastic way to teach history. So let me dive into a little bit of what the book club entails. And then if you would like to ask questions, you are welcome to. We'll kind of keep this open for a moment. But the idea of this book club, we've got weekly meetings, 50 minutes live online. So again, no need to drive anywhere. As a mom of 4, homeschooling mom of 4, I do not need one more opportunity to taxi my kids around. So the important thing is that they are convenient, safe, recorded meetings, so that recording is open to you if you need to review something or go back and check on how something is going for your child. If your child was absent that week, you can look at the recording, right? But it's also there for safety, and that recording gets deleted after about a week, just again to check the box and make sure that we're being very safe and conscious of all of everybody who's attending. Each book is going to be different lengths. So we are starting The Giver by Lois Flowery. Maybe some of you have read it. If you have, give me a little heart, a little thumbs up in the chat. But there we go. We got some fans of The Giver. Giver starts tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time, 4 to 4:50. And then after The Giver, so that's 6 weeks, then we go till June 12th. June 19th, we start our next book, which is When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit. And so if you can't make it for tomorrow's start date, you can start in June. Again, these are all going to be different lengths. When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit is a 7-week study. The Giver is a 6-week study. Okay, what do you get? Well, you get a workbook. This is a digital workbook. Again, you can use it digitally. It's a Google Slides kind of format. Students type in their answers. It's really fun. You kind of drag and drop X's or pictures to show your responses. Or if your child prefers to write, they can print it out and take pictures of their work and submit those via Google Classroom each week before our discussion. So I give feedback on each of those assignments that gets turned in. So this is the academic part, right? And again, I'm always in contact with parents to make sure that we're getting each kid what they need. So if a child just wants to be there for the discussion, we're not going to put a ton of importance on the feedback and the academics of it. We're going to focus on the discussion for them. But we've got some other kids who are excited about this other part, which I really personally love because it feels like an easy on-ramp to academic writing. So these are 2 essays that I can assign throughout. So I'm going to assign them whether or not you want them, but they are optional. So your child and you have the choice to do these essays. One is halfway through the book, a reflective essay, kind of putting themselves in the shoes of one of the main characters and seeing what they think. So they're going to draw on text evidence. What do they think of something that's happening in the book? And then at the end of the book, we're going to do a cumulative essay where they are going to kind of figure out their kind of trajectory throughout the book, look at the main character's arc and how they may have changed throughout the book. So they're bringing in text evidence, they're learning how to cite quotes within an essay, as well as all the mechanics and formatting that goes with educational writing, academic writing. Again, feedback and support via Google Classroom throughout. And so this is a safe, private space, again, that is only available to the people who are registered in our class, and that is given upon registration. So you can head to thinkcurio.com. Hello to everybody who's joining. It's so good to see you. Tomorrow, just so you know, we're starting The Giver by Lois Lowry in our Curio book club. So if you head to thinkcurio.com, you can find all the details there. And there's a coupon if you use the word giver at checkout. That is your coupon code, and you will get a free class using that code, okay? So feel free to hop in there. The cost is $18 per session. Those are all grouped together in there for the books. So for The Giver, it's a 6-week study. That would be a total of $108. But if you use that code GIVER at checkout, you can get 1 class free. All right. Hello, Marilyn. Good to see you. That's okay. We also have other classes at Curio at thinkcurio.com. We have Curio Speak classes where we support students in public speaking, but we also have students who are learning English or polishing their English. So you or your child, we do teach kids and adults there. They're one-on-one classes, and we would be happy to have you. All right. So again, Giver starts tomorrow, but if you can't make tomorrow's class, you are welcome to join us in June 19th. We are beginning When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit, which is by Judith Kerr. All right, so here are some of the frequently asked questions I've gotten so far, which I would love to hear. If you are watching and you have any questions about book club, which again is starting tomorrow, you're welcome to ask them. But I'm going to go ahead and answer some common questions here, okay? So what if my child isn't a strong reader yet? That's fine. The idea is that they're going to be able to follow along. They can use the guide. They've got access to me throughout the week to ask questions, clarify things. So I'll be available there. And figuring out how to manage the writing part of this, that's going to be the question. So if they're not a strong reader yet, that's okay. We're going to work on that. We're going to talk a little bit about literary analysis and figuring out what would be a best fit for them. So, Marilyn, yo también hablo español. No se preocupa. Cualquier cosa, escríbeme por ahí or ahí en el chat or head to thinkcurio.com. Okay? Is this book club a good fit if my child is already advanced? Yes. This is for the bookworms, all right? So I have taught this class for years, and the kids who do best in this class are kids who really enjoy reading. They really enjoy reading. They want to talk to other people about what they're reading, and they're excited to kind of keep progressing. And again, this is for 9 to 13-year-olds. So being able to hop into that class, know that they're surrounded by peers who are also really excited to be there. Nobody's twisting their arms to do this. They're excited about it. That's who this is for, okay? Do I need to be involved as a parent? As long as your child is able to log into Zoom, able to log into Google Classroom, all of that, again, is provided. There's a syllabus so that they can follow along, so that they know what's involved. You also need to get them a copy of the book. So this is either ordering a physical copy or getting an ebook. I have provided a link to a YouTube video where you can listen to them read it. But if you like to get the audiobook, that's another option too. I love having kids read the physical book and listen to the audiobook, which is a good thing. Let's see, what if we miss a live class? There is the potential for watching the class via the recording, but unfortunately there are no makeups. So please plan on being there. And of course we know emergencies happen, which is why we've got the recording. All right, can siblings share registration? We need a different registration for each student involved, but happily would love to have them join together. Being on the same device is not a problem in this case, and that would be really, really fun. Do they need to write and complete sentences or do formal essays? Usually in the Google Doc, the digital workbook that they've got, there are certain parts for longer responses, 2-3 sentences, and others that are just a couple words, and others that are just check boxes. So it's a variety. I like it because it keeps it a little fresh for students. It's not constantly writing. And as far as the essays go, there is the option to do them. Again, if that is not your jam, that's not your style and not something that you're focused on for your students at this point, that's totally fine. Just let me know. I'm in constant conversation with you parents, so it's really fun to measure that and make sure we're getting your child exactly what they need. For those of you who are joining us, head to thinkcurio.com if you'd like more info on this. But tomorrow we are starting our next book club, The Giver by Lois Lowry, okay? All the info is on there, and use code GIVER at checkout so that you can get a free class. What age group is this for? 9 to 13-year-olds. We can be flexible. If you got an 8-year-old who's kind of advanced or a 14-year-old who would still like to join us, that's totally fine. Okay, that's the desired age range in there. What's different about this book club versus others? I think it's the community. I think it's that we keep it light and fun, and that there are these options for essays, these options for more advanced writing opportunities, as well as the feedback, okay? Hello, Lydia. See, Marilyn. Hello. We're glad you're here. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Feel free to leave those in the comments right here in the chat. And what is the vibe of the group? Is it serious? Is it fun? Let's see. It's fun because I'm always bringing in more engaging things instead of just the typical do this work, right? We keep it fun. Hopefully you can tell by now that I enjoy keeping it light, keeping it enjoyable. We want to not quash the love of learning, the love of reading. We want to keep it really light and fun. All right. And finally, we're just going to wrap up. Again, the information is all on thinkcurio.com, but if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay. Let me know in the chat or let me know over at thinkcurio.com. You can also send me an email at info@thinkcurio.com. You guys, we will wrap it up here unless you've got any questions. I don't see any. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Avísame si quieres algo de clases de inglés. También tenemos Curio Speak, que es de locución, de debate, pero también de los que quieren pulir su inglés. Hello, Loide. Oh, very good. All right. Goodbye. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Hope we see you in class.